I told you.
So right off the bat here, notice Canadian flag on the
Oh yeah,
bar.
yeah. I don't think this is prime Logan. I don't think this is the Logan we're used to. By the way.
No, it can't be because they did make clear they're not touching the Logan movie. So
Right.
the Logan movie is the official end of that variant of Wolverine.
Yeah.
This is a different variant of Wolverine, and the theory that I've heard that I think makes the most sense is this is Old Man Logan.
Okay. Oh yeah. That's why everybody hates him, because he killed all the X-Men.
Right.
Because in the comics, Mysterio tricked him into doing that.
Right. And they're thinking that in this, it's Professor Xavier's sister that tricked him.
Yeah. I forget her name off the top of my head, but yeah, she's the big bad in this one, according to this trailer. Anyway, that's what it looks like.
Well, maybe not. And
you're not welcome here. You're not welcome anywhere. Now get the fuck out of my bar.
Just give me one more drink and then I'll leave.
Hi, Peanut.
Peanut.
Do you know what that's from?
Yeah, Ant-Man. That's what he called his daughter.
I'm gonna need you to come with me right now.
Look, lady, I'm not interested.
All right, well, I'm sort of on the tick, so upsy daisy. Here we go.
Oh, whiskey dick of the claws. It's quite common in Wolverines over 40.
You don't want this.
Unless you want to take a deep breath through your fucking forehead, I suggest you reconsider.
So
I like that.
I had an epiphany about these two. And unfortunately, for it to come to fruition would require some work from you.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that based on attitude and everything, I'm Wolverine and you're Deadpool.
I can see it.
So
I can see that. Yeah.
Because how many times have you pissed me off because you won't stop joking about something?
Yeah. I do kind of have a motor mouth.
Everything that I've ever cared about.
Not my fucking problem.
Is that what you said when your world went to shit?
And right there, there's the graves of.
Yeah, that's what I think as well. Yeah.
And, rumor, and I hate rumors, but remember, rumors have it that She-Hulk will be in this. And
I'd rather see the Incredible Hulk. Come on, that was Wolverine's first
but
appearance.
think about this. If this is Old Man Logan, we could be seeing She-Hulk and Hulk
in the babies, in the crazy,
in the flashback.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that could be interesting.
That could be. Oh man, people who haven't read the book will be in for such a treat if they pull that off in this movie.
Come again.
This Wolverine let down his entire world.
And right there, that line. This Wolverine has let down his entire world.
Yeah. I think you're right, dude. This is definitely Old Man Logan storyline. Yeah.
So we're not getting an Old Man Logan movie, but we're getting Wolverine plucked out of Old Man Logan.
Yeah.
And I just gotta say, I love the fact that the 20th Century Fox logo has been pruned and is sitting in the void.
Yeah.
Haunting you, or should we wait for a third act flashback?
So you know how trailers
third act flashback, that could be that Hulk stuff right there.
Right. Well, or and that's what I was gonna say is I think that like that shot, because if you go back and let me scroll on back to Wolverine here at the graves. If we look at Hugh there, he's been de-aged.
Yeah.
All right. So, and so that's clearly supposed to be Wolverine dealing with, in the past after having done something horrible.
Yeah.
And so this, I think, this is our third act flashback. Yeah.
Good job on the de-aging too. It looks real.
Well, Marvel's got it down.
Yeah.
I mean, say what you want about Marvel movies and their quality, but the de-aging thing, nobody does it better. Look at Samuel L. Jackson from Captain Marvel. Was an entire character de-aged for the entire film.
Yeah.
You know, and they did a pretty decent job. And I know people want to rail on that movie because it wasn't their best, and it wasn't their best, but that wasn't a problem.
Movie still made $1 billion, which blows my
But it
mind.
made $1 billion because when it was released, not because it was good.
Yeah.
Fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, you see, you're the kind of guy that's just going to get giddy over all the F-bombs in the movie.
It's, you know, what's hilarious is this trailer has got probably 20 F-bombs, yet at the end of the trailer it says this film is not yet rated. Come on, man. It's rated R.
Well, keep in mind, not yet rated just means that they haven't given a final cut to the MPAA.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's true.
And so they may still be, like, for example, are we going to see, and because think about the Deadpool movies here, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And so this would not go beyond the scope of what we've already seen in Deadpool. Let's just imagine a full frontal nude Hulk.
Oh God, I don't want to, but yeah, that's an old man.
You know, so or a full frontal nude She-Hulk, or both. Or there are so many things that they may need to trim out of this movie.
I don't think
to keep it as an R.
Yeah, I don't think Marvel's got the balls to show Hulk and his cousin. I just don't.
Well, maybe not, but remember they're not necessarily. I mean, it's not necessarily in non-consensual. And thanks for using that word so that now I can't use this clip for the...
Yes, we can. Give it to me. I'll clip this out and I'll bleep that word if I had to, because I want to put this on my channel as well. But hold up. Pause it here in a second. I was going to point something
I don't know
out.
anything about saving
Oh,
worlds,
if you're talking about Lee Field.
but you do.
Boom, right there. Just feet. That
Yeah,
man, I
Lee Field
laughed
can't
so
draw
hard.
feet.
He can't. Never. They're tiny or they're non-existent.
And for those of you that don't know, Lee Field is the creator of Deadpool, but he infamously, as a comic book artist, can't draw people's feet. And if you go back and look at his work, feet in his work always look off.
Or he just doesn't draw them. He cuts it
Yeah.
off before the feet. Yeah.
Just like,
But his feet, the feet are always like really small and
yeah,
disproportionate.
the more common problem for artists is hands. But with Lee Field, it's always been feet. And by the way, props to Hugh for look at those arms.
Oh yeah, especially when they get the straight on shot, they're all veiny. I just wish they would have kept the shoulder part on, because it would have looked more like the comic book. I'm glad that we are going to get him sleeveless, but I just kind of wish that they had left that.
And I mean, notice this because Ryan Reynolds is in incredible shape, but his arms just look deflated next to Hugh Jackman.
Oh yeah, he looks like Hugh Jackman looks like a He-Man toy.
But yeah, so there's the two of us coming out to face the bad guys.
Nerd fights.
Trust me, kid, I'm no hero.
You were an X-Man. You were the X-Man. I am soaking wet right now.
All right, so I think this shot here, I think it's Wolverine getting ready to fight Deadpool. Like when they're standing off in front of the 20th Century Fox logo, I think that's this shot here. But they just used it because it times with the music so well.
Right.
And okay, that guy.
What about it? Well, obviously, because the first thing I thought of was how is Wolverine not slicing through those blades?
I've
It's
heard
gotta
his sword's going to be adamantium now.
Yeah, they have to be. So this guy must be giving him his adamantium swords.
And looking at the decor behind him, I'm assuming he's TVA.
Yeah. It's what it looks like anyway.
So, and it's probable that if his job is to bring in and or kill Wolverine, that they say your swords are going to need a little upgrade if you're going up against Wolverine.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't use I can't remember the character's name, but the guy from Loki season 2, the engineer.
Yeah. The short round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because we see other stuff from Loki, like we see Azeroth, and the Void, obviously, and TVA agents, and so there's lots of stuff.
Yeah, but instead of Mobius, we get Paradox.
Right.
So.
And I wish we had gotten Mobius as well.
Yeah.
Boys are so silly.
And now I know very little about this character from the comics.
Yeah, me too. I got to look it up. The only reason
she's Charles Xavier's technically unborn twin that then created a body for herself. But Professor Xavier apparently killed her in the womb, but then her life force continued.
Cassandra Nova is her name. Just a quick search.
But the pictures I've seen of her in the comics, she's not that attractive.
Actually, yeah, I'm looking at one right now. It looks like a decrepit
She looks like Gollum, basically.
Yeah. I mean, bald, same outfit. She's got the same outfit, but yeah, she looks a lot like, you're right, Gollum. Looks just like Gollum.
Yeah,
actually.
so I don't know why they're trying to make her younger and more attractive and all that. In fact, I think it would have been...
That's what she looks like.
Now, granted, I don't think he would have done it, but I think it would have been great is if they got Patrick Stewart to play her.
Oh, yeah.
But...
I don't even think he's going to be in this movie.
Oh, probably not. But oh, did you catch that? That was Azeroth.
Azazel, you mean?
No,
or where?
Azeroth,
no.
right?
Oh, Azeroth there, yeah. And then in the next shot is Azazel.
But you can see Ant-Man or Giant Man's body there.
Yeah, it opens up and shows his skull. But if you
but that's the full shot of the body right there.
Oh wow, it is.
Look right.
I didn't notice that. Okay,
yeah.
I didn't notice that before.
Yeah.
Pause right there.
Yeah.
Lady Deathstrike right there on the left.
Right. Lady
Azazel on the right.
I understand the guy next to Azazel is someone called the Russian.
Okay.
Who I don't know from the comic books.
It's from the Punisher.
Yeah.
So Kevin Nash played him in the Thomas Jane Punisher movie.
Right. Now you see Sabretooth in the foreground there, wearing the long coat.
Is that Sabretooth?
Yeah, look at his hair. And we know Sabretooth's in it.
Yeah.
And that does look like what we've seen him wearing. Okay. And then in between, next to Sabretooth, that's the chick that played Callisto in X-Men 3.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they went deep into the bench with the
I know they had here. Pyro in the that's him he's sitting on top of the car like he was in that other trailer. Look, there he is.
Yeah. So they got all the cameos in this shot.
Oh, that's cool.
And of course, Scott Lang.
Poor bastard, yeah.
This is what I'm talking about.
Oh,
it's like her version of Nowhere, instead of the floating skull. It's Ant-Man's
look
skull.
at if that car. It's really hard to see here, but that car, at first, it looks a lot like Red Skull's car, but with the flames on it.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you look at the hood emblem, the hood emblem is the Iron Man logo. And so
where?
Just above the radiator, the thing that sticks up from the hood. That's
the Tony Stark has a heart thingy.
No, it's actually Iron Man's face mask.
What it is? I don't see. I thought I saw that little
above at the very center, very top of the car. That little emblem sticking up from the car, that like a Mercedes type logo. That's an Iron Man mask.
Oh, okay.
And so I've heard speculation that whilst the Red Skull's car, it's a variant where Iron Man is basically Red Skull.
Oh.
But doesn't matter because he probably won't be in the movie. But
Yeah.
this is basically Tony Stark's hot rod.
Okay.
What's up with the dog?
It's Dogpool.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah. Yeah. Here.
Well, I believe you. I'm just saying. So Dogpool.
Well, I guess I don't have to share it, but yeah, no.
Does Dogpool have regenerative powers?
Well, no, I don't think so because he gets killed in the comics.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if, like, because remember there was Crocodile Loki in the Void, so I mean Dogpool's not out of the realm of possibilities, but that tongue.
Well, no, okay. I'm reading something. So he does have healing powers. He's thought to be dead, and then he comes back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now tell me that doesn't look.
This reminded me of
if Deadpool doesn't do a Mad Max reference in this.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of when I saw this. I was like, oh.
Sequence. Who knows if you live or die?
Ow.
Yeah. And so yeah, she obviously has Professor X's power set, so she can control what he's doing because she can control what anybody does.
So she's the one, not
She's
Mysterio.
using telepathy, not telekinesis here.
Yeah, no, she's definitely the one that I think you're spot on. I think they're doing the old man storyline, but it's her instead of Mysterio.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
All right. So
Now that's some kind of Doctor Strange portal right there.
it does.
Obviously.
This does look like a Doctor Strange portal. Now, one thing you got to remember though is anyone with a sling ring and training can open up one of those portals.
That's true. Doesn't it kind of look like they're jumping through the Guardian of Forever?
Yeah, it kind of. But you know what that is?
What?
That's the skull eye socket.
Oh, that's the eye socket. Okay, yeah.
So that's Scott Lang's eye that they're jumping out of. However, the other thing to look at, and you gotta keep your eyes open, look through the sparks of the portal, and what's her name again? Xavier's clone or twin?
I think it was Cassandra Nova.
Cassandra Nova is standing there, not trying to stop them.
Huh.
There, you can see her a little more.
Oh, yeah.
So she's just standing there. Like, so is she actually the big bad if Deadpool and Wolverine are getting ready to jump through a portal away from her and she's not fighting them?
Huh. Maybe you're right. Maybe she's not the big bad, but she is the one that had that Wolverine
she's in
kill all
control
the
in the
X-Men.
void.
Okay.
So for some reason, Deadpool and Wolverine, and here's my theory on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So for some reason in the movie, Deadpool Wolverine needs something that's in the void. And when they go to the void, they have to confront her. And Wolverine has to get past his utter hatred of her. But maybe she's a variant where she's not so bad. You know? So she's not the Cassandra that killed or that forced Wolverine to kill. She's another Cassandra. So she helps them get to where they could be jumping through a portal to get to the TVA to wreak some havoc in the TVA if the TVA are the big bads, or they could be going to the MCU. You know, we don't know. But right there, that is a comic book shot if there ever was.
Oh yeah, right.
Although,
Only thing missing are his claws out, really.
right. But in some very typical movie trailer trickery, we also know that we should see what's on the other side of that portal.
I know. That's what I was just thinking. I was like, why is it just bright white?
And it's because they don't want us to know where they're going.
Yeah.
So Probably when we see the movie, that's not what we're going to see in that portal.
Right.
Oh yeah, and that was another thing. If you look,
I'm looking. What, Deadpool? Just
no, behind them is Azeroth again.
Azure. Oh yeah. Yeah.
What to do?
And of course, proving that Deadpool is you is this scene.
Cocaine.
Hey, cocaine is the one thing that Feige said is off limits.
What about
Feige.
Bolivian marching
They
powder?
know all the slang terms. They have a list.
Even snowboarding?
Even disco dust.
White girl interrupted?
Even force bump.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yes, but I can't.
LFG. Let's fucking go.
So yes, so July 26th cannot come soon enough.
Oh no. Oh man.
I know that people are concerned about the reshoots and
Every
Marvel-
movie has reshoots.
right,
Oh,
but Marvel going woke and stuff and all the crap. But this looks like a Deadpool movie,
oh hell yeah. Dude,
And,
this looks
you know,
awesome.
and this looks like what people thought they were going to get with Logan, the old man Logan story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so now I've never read Old Man Logan, but I've heard.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. So back in 2011, late 2011, late 2010, early 2011, I was working with a comic book shop that's no longer on. It was on Marks and Sunset. It was called Maximum Comics. It's not there anymore. They have another location somewhere else, but I was working on their website and stuff like that. And while I was there, so I went to the shop. I hung out at the shop all the time. I read it there while I was there. I just read the whole thing, the trade, and I was like, oh my! And then I couldn't stop talking about it. I was like, what a sick and twisted book, man! Oh my good lord, it's sick and twisted. You should read it, dude. It's twisted.
And it's $22 on Amazon.
It is twisted. Put it on the wish list or something, man.
But yeah, the Hulk and She-Hulk on the cover alone is just like, okay, that's
Yeah, it's twisted.
messed up. Yeah, so I don't know how good it is, but
Oh, it's crazy. So at the end, do you know how? So Hulk, it's funny. So toward the end of the book, the Hulk eats Wolverine, literally eats him. And then like one of the final panels, I don't think it's the final panel, but one of the final panels is Wolverine what?
you're spoiling the end for me.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. It's dope.
Well,
It's
I
dope.
know now. So it's like, so Wolverine busts out of the Hulk. You already spoiled it.
It's
So now
glorious.
there's no point in reading it.
It's gloriously gory. No, you got to the
Well,
beautiful
you just saved me
pictures.
$22. So
Oh, well, I owe you a decent Christmas present once I get my
so
first
yeah.
paycheck.
Anyway, but yeah, I have high hopes for this movie.
I didn't want to, but after this new trailer, like I was saying earlier before I think you started recording, I probably watched this trailer like 100 times. It's so good. Can't wait to see the movie.
Now, granted, it's entirely possible that the movie's going to suck, but I highly doubt it based on just the chemistry we see with Deadpool and Wolverine from this.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's great. This is exactly what we wish we'd have got when they told us we were getting Deadpool and Wolverine and Wolverine Origins, and then they gave us that terrible abomination of a movie.
Well, and the funny thing is that Hugh and Ryan have been friends all the way back to then. Mm-hmm. But yet they never got around to making this movie until now. So I am glad that they're doing it. And the only thing that sucks is that I know this is probably going to be the swan song for Hugh Jackman.
Oh well, Dude, this
And-
is a bonus. What are you talking about? This is gravy. I already thought we got the swan song. So
well,
I don't,
yeah,
I
but
don't
you see,
even-
I thought Logan was terrible. I know you loved it.
Oh,
but
I loved it. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah.
I thought Logan was terrible. And not because of Hugh Jackman. Granted, I still don't like that Hugh Jackman is way too tall and way too attractive to be Wolverine. But it's not that. I got over that because honestly, the movie that sold me for Hugh Jackman as Wolverine was The Wolverine. I really like that movie.
I love the Wolverine. I love the
Yeah.
R-rated version, the director's cut. That one's way better because
Well, I'm just saying, I like that movie. That sold me on Hugh Jackman playing the part. More the X-Men movies. The first 3 X-Men movies were all garbage, in my opinion. But the Wolverine I really enjoyed. But Logan, the problem I had with it was honestly the way they characterized Professor X. And I didn't like seeing Professor X as a doddering old fool who was also completely disillusioned. And I understand, like people say, oh, but you have to understand what he went through because he, inadvertently killed. No, I get that that's how they wrote it and it makes sense, but just because it makes sense doesn't make it entertaining. Professor X has always been to me a symbol of optimism and goodness. And to turn that symbol into an old grandpa who's crapping on himself and cussing up a storm and bitter and hateful and resentful of all the work that he's done is a horrible way to end the X-Men franchise to me.
yeah.
So I'd rather have the X-Men go out on a glimmer of hope, not on a glimmer of bleakness, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I understand that a lot of people love it just because Hugh Jackman. And Hugh Jackman was great in the movie, but to me it wasn't enough to save it. That, and I thought that the adamantium poisoning thing was kind of a cheap trope. They were just trying to figure out a way to kill him. What are you saying? What are you doing?
Oh, that was an accident. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
what are you playing one of our old live streams? What are you
No,
doing?
no, my I don't know how to turn it off. My channel does autoplay, and I was switching
Well, close
tabs.
the window.
I did.